in the frozen lands of the far north, where icy winds sweep across endless fields of snow, a predator rains from the sky. The eagle, fast, precise, and merciless. From great heights, they watch every movement of wolves and Arctic foxes, predators that seem to have no equal on the ground. But in the sky, every advantage changes. When the moment comes, the dive happens in a split second. Talons lock on, and the battle erupts with savage intensity. These are the most intense confrontations between powerful predators. On the vast highland, the sparse vegetation creates a completely open landscape with no places to hide. In this environment, the advantage of survival does not belong to the ground, but to the creatures that rule the sky. It is in this harsh, exposed space that a silent aerial ambush has been quietly set in motion. Arctic foxes possess a lightweight bone structure and a long tail that acts as a balancing system, allowing them to make sudden direction changes at high speed. However, being forced to cross open stretches of land inadvertently exposes their entire movement path. At altitudes of thousands of feet, the eagle maintains its soaring flight by riding thermal updrafts. The eagle's retina contains two foci, providing vision 4 to 5 times sharper than a human's. This allows them to lock onto even the smallest movements from distances of up to nearly 2 miles. Spotting the fox, the eagle does not waste energy flapping its wings for a horizontal chase. They choose a steep diving tactic, using the pull of gravity to achieve maximum acceleration. The overwhelming advantage in vision and positioning quickly pushes the hunt to its explosive climax. Survival instinct kicks in. The fox bursts into a full sprint across the ground, desperately searching for cover. From high above, the eagle tucks its wings tightly against its body and executes a vertical power dive at maximum speed. The distance is closed in just seconds. Every effort by the fox is completely overwhelmed by the crushing speed of the descent. The moment it reaches the target, the eagle spreads its talons, equipped with a self-locking tendon system, and delivers a direct strike, clamping down firmly onto the prey's body. The piercing grip instantly breaks its balance, slams it to the ground, and completely ends all resistance. The decisive strike proves the absolute power of aerodynamic design. On the open highland with no cover, agility on the ground becomes completely helpless against vision and overwhelming pressure from the sky. The pristine sky above the highland is not only the domain of howling winds, but also a realm of death for any creature moving alone below. The silence of this vast, exposed land is sometimes shattered by unprecedented confrontations between the most powerful predators. Right at the intersection between sky and earth, an unimaginable confrontation has quietly been set in motion. Wolves are dominant land predators with powerful muscle mass and a formidable bite force. But when separated from the pack and moving alone across open terrain, they completely lose their collective vigilance system. Despite the danger of facing an opponent many times heavier than itself, the eagle still decides to attack, relying on its weapons and the advantage of altitude. Its wings, spanning up to 7.5 feet, provide perfect lift, allowing the eagle to maintain absolute balance and adjust its flight path with extreme stability in crosswinds. Maintaining altitude, the eagle converts potential energy into kinetic energy with a head-first power dive, reaching a falling speed of over 75 miles per hour. The massive kinetic energy generated by this speed turns the eagle's body weight into a devastating hammer of destruction. On the ground, the wolf can hear the wind screaming from above, but its muscle reflexes cannot match the acceleration of the diving predator. Sensing the threat hurtling down, the wolf breaks into a desperate sprint, trying to escape the open terrain. However, the eagle's strike comes down with absolute decisiveness and speed, faster than even the most basic nerve reflexes of the prey. Its curved talons, exerting hundreds of psi of crushing force, drive straight through the thick fur and lock into the wolf's musculoskeletal system like biological hooks that cannot be dislodged. The collapse of the ground predator proves the overwhelming mechanical power of sudden aerial attacks. In the skies above the highland, explosive speed and specialized biological weapons always establish a ruthless order that cannot be reversed. The Alps rise high with steep, vertical cliffs, creating one of the harshest landscapes on Earth. For adult eagles, subduing prey twice their own body weight is not a major obstacle. for a young, inexperienced eagle, this rocky mountain region becomes an arena that tests the very boundary between life and death. It is precisely on these precarious cliffs that a brutal test of courage has quietly been set in motion. Chamois possess a unique hoof structure, a hard, sharp outer edge combined with a soft, flexible inner pad that creates maximum friction, allowing them to grip vertical rock faces with incredible stability. However, once they lose balance on this terrain, they have no chance to recover. On the other side, the young eagle, though still inexperienced, already possesses the thickest rear talons, specially designed to pierce through muscle and bone. Attacking an adult female chamois right on the edge of a cliff is a life or death gamble. If the eagle's grip is weaker than the downward pull of the prey's weight, the prey could drag the hunter straight down into the abyss. The desperate urge to prove its predatory instinct quickly pushes the confrontation to its explosive climax. The safe distance disappears as the shadow of the eagle descends upon the narrow mountain ridge. Pinned against the narrow rock ledge with no room to maneuver, the chamois instantly loses its terrain advantage under the pressure of the aerial assault. The fierce struggle sends both tumbling off the edge, sliding and rolling down the steep, jagged slope. In the midst of that chaotic danger, the young eagle's extreme determination to maintain its death grip completely overpowers the prey's desperate attempts to break free. The massive reward left on the mountainside proves that a predator's physical strength only becomes truly effective when paired with unbreakable persistence. On these treacherous cliffs, the winner is the one who refuses to let go, no matter the risk. The vast open sky above the highland offers perfect visibility, but at the same time strips away every safe hiding place for the small creatures below. The shadow gliding from above always sows the deepest terror, forcing every animal to remain in a constant state of high alert. It is precisely in this exposed land that a harsh battle of wits, revolving around vigilance and speed, has quietly been set in motion. Marmots possess eye sockets positioned high on their skull, allowing them to easily scan the sky, without having to raise their entire body above the ground. They maintain a strict alarm system using vocal calls, and their core survival discipline is never to venture farther than a few seconds sprint back to the safety of their burrow. Breaking through this defensive line is an extremely difficult challenge. High above, the golden eagle is equipped with a lightweight hollow bone structure reinforced with internal cross-bracing. This allows its body to withstand enormous pressure during a power dive, reaching speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. However, this terrifying burst of speed would be completely useless if the prey manages to reach its burrow in time. The eagle is forced to circle continuously, exhausting its patience while waiting for even the smallest lapse in the rodent's alarm system. That persistent presence in the sky finally pays off with a decisive moment of vulnerability. The marmot colony's warning system misses a beat when one individual, distracted while foraging, steps just beyond the safe distance. The golden eagle folds its flight path and dives straight toward the ground with overwhelming acceleration that completely outpaces the target's reflexes. The chase ends in a flash before the prey can even orient itself toward its burrow. The eagle quickly crushes all attempts to escape and secures its prize right on the open grass. When the battle ends, the sky becomes quiet once again, as if no confrontation had ever occurred. The eagle disappears into the vastness, leaving behind only traces of the struggle for survival. Wolves and foxes continue their journey through the harsh cold, always alert to danger from above. In this place, no one is truly safe. The advantage can shift in an instant. And as the wind rises again over the white snow, another hunt is taking shape, where sky and earth collide once more.